Hi everyone, welcome to this morning energizing flow. Today we're going to do exactly what it says on the tin. We're going to move, we're going to energize, lots of heart opening and just waking up that dormant energy in the spine to prepare for the day, warming the muscles through and just opening those joints that can feel a little bit creaky in the morning. So all you will need equipment wise is yourself, your body, and preferably a mat, just something to make the ground beneath you feel a little bit more comfortable, but by no means is a mat absolutely essential. As long as you've got your body and a willingness to get moving and wake up, we'll get started. If you're ready, let's get started by coming into our child's pose. So finding your way into that in your own time. Take a nice stretch back. Finding lots of length, sinking the sit bones towards heels, forehead relaxes down. And you can make this as active or as passive as you'd like. If you want a bit more of a stretch through the shoulders, you want to feel it straight away, maybe tenting the fingertips a little bit. Maybe finding a bit more length through the spine, sinking those sit bones closer towards the heels. Maybe you add a bit of sideways movement. And then we'll get into the side body. So walking both fingertips over towards the left side and think about squeezing your right glute here towards the right heel. Find that opening through the right side body and send your next inhale into that right side. Open up. Exhale, let go. Couple more breaths here. Exhale, drive right glute to right heel. One more breath. And exhale, let go. We'll walk the hands back through center. Same stretch on the other side. So walk the hands over towards the right. Left glute to left heel. Open up. Exhale, let go. If you're not feeling the stretch, maybe walk the hands even further over towards the right. You keep going till you find that point where you feel a comfortable pull. So no strain, no sharp sensations, but just that slight tension. Find a release on your next exhale. Nice, and then walk the hands back through center. Round up and through, we'll find our tabletop. So just double checking, you're stacking the joints. So you want your shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. We'll find cat-cows from the belly button up. So only moving and focusing on the shoulders, the upper half to begin with. So round through, you'll protract the shoulder blades. So we're creating this rounding just through the upper back. And then start to draw the chest down towards the mat. So we're keeping the core engaged here. And just draw the shoulder blades together. Imagine you're squeezing a tennis ball between them. Nice. Keep the abdominals nice and tight. Push away. Round through. Tuck the chin towards the chest. And draw the chest down. Draw shoulder blades together. Nice, protract, draw shoulder blades apart, round. And one more. Draw the shoulder blades together, thread the chest. Nice. Now continue that movement further down the spine, cat-cows, round through. Chin to chest. Inhale as you drop the belly this time towards the mat. Open the chest, inhale. Exhale, round through. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. And inhale, arch. Back to neutral spine. Now we're going to combine a sideways movement with that rounding and arching of the spine so it becomes like a barrel. So we'll start arching through the spine and start to take the weight over towards the left. As you bring the weight up, we'll protract the shoulder blades, round through in your cat position as you bring the weight back to center. Nice, same thing on the way down. Neutral spine as you take the weight to the right and start to arch the spine as you bring the weight central. So we'll keep that moving, and once you combine these two motions, it starts to look a little bit like a barrel. You can incorporate the head as much as you'd like, adding some circles there through the neck. And just allow it to feel good. Waking the spine up gently, loosening off any areas that feel particularly tight or stiff, and then we'll send it opposite direction. Use the breath. Nice, couple more. Exhale, round and back to that neutral flat back. Okay, ripple-like motion through the spine. Once again, we'll draw back to child's pose. Find length. Round through in your cat as you pull through to tabletop. As you draw forward, drop the belly, arch the spine, look up. Exhale, peel back, sit bones to heels. Find length. Round as you pull through. Slight arch through lower back, look up. Exhale, back. Now if you want to exaggerate that movement, feel free, or keep going as we did just then. Maybe you start to drop the hips, bring the weight into the hands a little more. Thread the chest through the shoulders, look up. So we're kind of coming to this relaxed upward dog. Exhale, peel back. Find that length. Drive the sit bones back towards the heels. Round up and through. So trying not to find a complete stop in any of the positions. We're just rolling now, keeping the movement fluid. Couple more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale as you open the chest. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, open. Exhale, back. Okay, we'll take one more. Round. Hips drop down, push into the hands, shoulders away from the ears. And stretch back one more time. Round through, tuck the toes, we'll find our first downward dog. So do whatever you need to do for this to feel good, especially in the morning. You're gonna need that pedal to wake up the hamstrings. They might be feeling quite tight. Maybe a little rock side to side. Start to loosen up the hips a little bit, the lower back. And as always, if you're feeling tightness through the shoulder area, you feel like you're taking the weight a little bit too much in the spine, we'll soften the knees, send the sit bones up so that you can open and lengthen the spine as much as possible. And then we can work on driving alternate heels towards the mat. Nice. Walk the hands towards the feet, and we're going to ragdoll it out. So nice and loose here. Opposite elbows in the hands, and you're just letting the torso sway side to side. Relax the neck. Maybe a nod, a shake of the head just to relieve that tension. Nice and heavy. Okay, and then release the hands back down. Inhale to a halfway lift. Find length through the spine. Exhale, release down, deep forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. One more inhale. Hinge from the hips. Exhale, release. And then we'll just walk the hands forward and come into our plank position. So again, double check, shoulders over wrists, push out through the backs of the heels. From here, We'll bend the knees and just find a slight hover above the mat or the floor. Exactly where you are. So we're engaging the core. Push away from the mat with the hands. So we're engaging through the armpits. Exhale, roll back, send the hips up, downward dog. Nice, draw forward and through. Plank, nice and long. Drop the knees, engage the core, push away from the mat. Exhale, send it up. Open up that spine. Nice, one more time. Draw forward and through. Drop the knees. Exhale, send it up. Nice, and then again, find that pedal or whatever extra movements you feel you need in your downward dog. Lovely. From here, we'll lift up onto the balls of the toes. Inhale. Exhale, send the heels a little bit lower. Lengthen through backs of the legs. Inhale up. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lengthen and hold. Melt chest towards the mat. Sit bones to ceiling. Think about squeezing the belly towards the thighs as if you're trying to trap something between those two areas. Deep breaths. Okay, deep breaths here in your downward dog. Exhale, open through the chest. Okay, from here, drawing forward and through. Again, we're going to use that wave-like motion through the spine. We lift up onto the toes, we round through the lower back and carry that rounding through up to the top of the back as you pull forward in plank. Bend the knees, slight arch, extend the legs back to downward dog. Same thing again. Lift the heels up, round, pull through. Arch the spine by bending the knees, peel back. Okay, we'll do that one more time. Move with the breath. Lift, unravel, pull forward and through. Arch the spine, bend the knees. Exhale, find that length, nice and strong. Okay, from here, transfer the weight into the left foot. Right knee pulls in towards the chest as you step the foot through, finding your runner's lunge position. And we're just going to rock back and forth here. Again, with it being the morning, this might feel quite intense. So just allow yourself a moment to let the hips settle down. Find the breath. Feel into all four corners of that front foot. You could even find a little bit of a circle. Right and then left. Just wake up that front hip. And from here, we'll get into the inner hips. So that right hand comes to the inside of that right foot and we'll roll out the back foot. So you're coming to warrior 2 feet. That left hand reaches up to the sky. So maybe you tent those bottom fingertips in order to lift the torso away from the thigh. So we're not relaxing down onto it and relying on that bottom thigh. Push out through outer edge of that back left foot to keep reaching tall. Nice. And then bring that hand back down to the inside of the left leg. We'll rotate to face long edge of the mat. Draw that right foot in and we're coming into our wide-legged forward fold. So we inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, we draw the chest first down towards the floor and then crown of the head. So you might want to decrease the distance between your feet in order to get a more intense stretch. And also maybe using a bind by taking the hands around the outer edges of the ankle. Use your arm strength to draw down, make it a little bit more active. We'll stay here for a couple of breaths. Exhale, let go. So with each Exhale, just allowing the crown of the head to come closer to the mat. Nice, and then release the hands if they're not already on the floor. Hinge from the hips, find a flat back. And then we'll rotate to face the opposite direction. So left leg in front, runner's lunge. Again, just a rock back and forth, creating space between the hips. Feel that grounding through the left foot. And again, maybe you want to move in a circular motion with that left hip. Maybe that's not feeling good. Maybe you just want to hold it still in a static stretch. You decide what feels best for your body this morning. Okay. Finding a little bit more stillness. So we'll bring that left hand to the inside of the left foot. Roll out the back foot. So we're coming onto the sole, teeing the feet, warrior 2 feet. Right hand reaches up, find length through that right side body. Keep reaching as tall as you can, out through the top fingertips. Nice, hold and breathe. Supporting that left side, pull away from the thigh. Push out through the outer edge of that back foot. One more breath. Bring the right hand down. And again, we'll make our way to that wide-legged forward fold. So I'm just going to adjust for you to see from front on. We'll move with the breath this time. Inhale, find a halfway lift, lengthening and hinging from the hips. So we're finding a flat back. Exhale, draw down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, draw down. Remembering that you can bend your knees here as well, as much as you need. You might even want to use that in order to get more of a stretch. So exhale, you send the hips up. And inhale, you draw down, bend the knees. Exhale, hips up. Inhale, bend. And exhale, hold your deep forward fold here. And then just a slight sway side to side. Just loosen up a bit through the torso, make it fun, as exaggerated as you like, and then start to bend into right leg, into left. So just getting into those inner hips, the groins a little bit. Nothing too deep. Nice. Okay. From here, we'll heel toe the feet in slightly. Last pose of the day are yogi squats. This is a great one for getting your digestion going as well. Squeeze and engage through the glutes. Grow taller. Couple of breaths. Nice. Hands come back down, hips up. And then we'll heel toe the feet back together. Little pedal through the backs of the legs. And then we'll roll up to standing, head comes up last, soft through the knees, rolling through each vertebra. Until you come upright, little shoulder roll if you need it. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, hands through heart center. And release to your mountain. So if you do want to go ahead and get on with your day, this is your opportunity to go ahead and do so. If you'd like a little bit more relaxation to close off your practice and mindfulness, then stick with me for 2 or 3 more minutes. So stepping towards the top of the mat, we'll take a deep inhale, expand, exhale, deep forward folds. Relax the neck. Inhale, halfway lift, come up onto the toes and draw sit bones towards the heels. And with control, we'll roll back onto our seat. From here, arms reach out in front, shoulders down, and we'll roll through the spine to come to a flat back. And engaging through the core, release with control. Arms to either side, palms up, and here you've got a choice between drawing the soles of the feet together, coming into your reclined butterfly. If if you want to continue that hip opening. Alternatively, extend the legs out nice and long, let the ankles roll out, hips roll out. And we're going to start with a body scan. Now that we have tuned into our bodies a little bit more, let's bring all our attention and focus to those areas that might still be holding on more than they need to. So we'll start with the toes, just releasing each toe one by one, consciously telling your toes to relax as you draw your awareness inwards. And then work your way up the soles of the feet. Relax. And then the ankles, so nice and heavy, let them roll in whichever direction they naturally open up. And then relaxing through the calves, the muscles around the knees. Allow the thighs and the glutes, the hips to switch off. So feel that nice sense of heaviness on the mat, on the floor beneath you. On your next inhale, expand through the back, widen the shoulders. Exhale, let go. Feel the back push into the mat, feel even heavier through the top half of the body, heavy through the back of the head. And then drawing your awareness down the arms, just relaxing biceps, triceps, forearms. And then allow the palms to let go. And then working your way from your pinky finger to your thumb on each hand, consciously telling each fingertip to relax. Nice, and just sit in this stillness. This is probably the rare moment of the day where you get to be with your body and just be. So embrace that and enjoy that. Follow the breath, follow the movement of your abdomen, of the rib cage as you breathe. And just sit in this feeling of what it is to be aware of your body, of the space around you, of any internal sensations. All of this tends to get blotted out with the noise of day-to-day, of the workplace, of our kids, partners, friends, parents, who steal our attention throughout the day. So just remember that you can come back to this feeling, this safe space that you've created for yourself. And you can access it through the breath and slowing down the movement of your body. And when you're ready, starting to bring some movement back, we'll wiggle the fingers and toes. We'll take a stretch, arms overhead. And then draw the knees in towards the chest. Find your ball pose, maybe draw forehead to the knees. Little roll side to side, massage out the lower spine. And then we'll roll up and down the spine, just to end on an energetic note. Once you've got enough impetus, rolling all the way up to your seated position. Take an inhale. gathering up that new energy for the day. Exhale, bowing down to yourself. Perhaps thinking about how you want to move through the rest of your day, the rest of the week, and how you might tune in to this feeling of awareness to get you through. And closing off your practice whenever you're ready. Thank you so much for waking up with me today. I hope this flow leaves you feeling energized and ready to take on whatever commitments you have today. Knowing you can tap into your breath, that you can tune into your body at any moment. And starting our day this way, we're able to seize the day, to take control so that we're moving through it, acting as opposed to reacting. So remember that you have your breath as a tool to bring you back in if at any point you feel you're slipping into fight or flight mode. Take 30 seconds to breathe and remember that you've got this. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.